Hey, this is Sky. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Go check out my website, skyazrael.com, if you're interested in life coaching and mentoring. Let's get into today's topic. You know, there's a lot of lies that we tell ourselves. We tell ourselves lies all throughout the day, all throughout the week, all throughout our whole lives, our whole existence. Many of us live a lie. We live in a world of lies. You don't even realize it. Some of you are already lost. What's he talking about? I'm going to give you a list of 6 lies that you tell yourself every single day. You may not even realize it. You may be living a life that's a lie. You may be holding yourself back. You may be self-sabotaging. You may be your own worst enemy. You may have things all wrong. Thinking that the world has you down. That society has you down. You're shaking your fist at God. You're shaking your fist at Babylon. You need to go look in the mirror. The first lie that you tell yourself is, I can't do it. I tell myself these lies too. We all do. I can't do it. How many times have you said that today? How many times do you say that a week? Whenever someone brings up that business that you haven't started yet, that you've been running your mouth about for the last 5 years, your little dream, what happened to that dream? Why haven't you started it yet? Oh, you got a whole bunch of excuses that you think are realistic barriers. I can't do it because of this. I can't do it because I don't have any money. I can't do it because of that. Those are all lies you tell yourself. I can't is a lie. I can't is a spell that we cast upon ourselves to damn ourselves, to keep ourselves back from success. It's a prejudgment. It's a statement saying, I'm too weak. Don't make me do it. Well, here's the next lie that you tell yourself. Is I'm not worthy. We all tell ourselves this lie. I'm not worthy of love. I'm not worthy of success. I'm not worthy of a good life. Now it's really funny because we want to be worthy of those things, but we don't feel it. Oh, we make these statements. I do this stuff too. Guys like me will never be successful. I can't tell you how many times I've said that in my life. But that was the old me that used to say that. The new me looks back on that and is just like, what are you talking about? When I look at old pictures of myself, what I remember most about the photos is my mindset, what I was like, what I was thinking about in my head back when that photo was being taken. And every time I see an old picture of myself, it trips me out. Because I remember the mindset, that sick and diseased mindset of not feeling worthy of anything. The mindset of a desperate loser. Self-worth should be a core value. You know, it's interesting because a lot of times when we have a low sense of self-worth, we don't think anybody else is worth anything either. I know what it's like to devalue you, to take all the value out of other people. I can dump people, put them on the side of the road, pull that car over, pull the bike over, get off, bitch. I could do that with any of you motherfuckers. Get rid of you, do that, you'd be gone. I could throw motherfuckers away like garbage so quick. People have very little worth, very little value to me. Your life has very little value to me. You could die tomorrow, I won't give a fuck. Give a flying fuck about you. That's how I've lived my whole life, is in that mentality. Thinking that nobody else is worth anything. But when you think that way, in the way that I just painted, it's just statements towards yourself. When you start to see your own value, when you start to build your self-worth, you start to see the worth and the value of others. And this is where leadership comes into play. When you start to become a true alpha is when you start to see the value in others. Because leaders, a good leader knows the value of another man. A good boss surrounds himself with people who have skill, with a good team. You can only build a good team if you see people's value, if you think that other people have a high level of worth. You want them in your life. When we have a low sense of self-worth, it's very easy to isolate. We can throw ourselves away just like we throw everyone else. Another lie that you tell yourself is, I'm poor. This is a lie I told myself for years. I'm poor white trash. I'm broke. This is my mantra. I'm broke. I can't afford it. That's another one. These are all spells I would cast upon myself. That's why they call it spelling, because you're casting spells. Words are magic. You gotta be real careful what you say. A lot of people just run their mouths not even thinking about the shit that comes out of it. Everything you say, the universe responds to, and you start casting these spells saying, I can't do it. I'm not worthy. I'm poor. Well, look what kind of life that you're creating for yourself. Meanwhile, we fight against every one of those things. We create the wave and then fight against the wave. It's amazing how life works. I've found that for most of us, we're our own enemies. We're our worst enemies. People think they have enemies, and they don't really. What they have is themselves, holding themselves back through negativity. So switch to a positive mindset. I did this when I was broke. And maybe it looked silly. Maybe I was wearing the emperor's clothes, but I was still just a peasant. I remember living in the barrio. I remember living in the jungles in LA with a mindset of someone that is successful. Now, some people only see successful people spending money, so they think that success means you spend a lot of money. And to have a mindset of success, I'm going to go out and just spend a bunch of money frivolously, go buy a bunch of crazy shit that rich people have. That's not it. There's a certain attitude of success that successful people have. If you've ever won at something, when you have that winning mentality, maybe it was in a sport, you could be on a roll. My brother plays poker, and he'll go on a roll. He'll just be really good for a while. And it's just this energy that you catch. You get in the zone. Michael Jordan was always in the zone. That's that flow state. You got to capture that. That's where success lies. Success breeds success. You don't have to wait to be rich to start thinking like a successful businessman. And watch how your life changes when you're in this mentality of a successful person. Each one of these things you got to think about on your own. Let's go to the next one. These are lies that you tell yourself. I'm stupid. It's another lie that I've told myself my whole life. I got brainwashed into this. I had dyslexia as a kid, severe dyslexia, real bad. I was taken out of the regular mainstream school system as a child and put into special schools. And I went to special education all through high school, all through junior high, all my schools. I went from school to school to school. Each one of these schools, they don't empower you. They take away your spirit, they rob you of your spirit. These special ed programs are, I think people should look into that shit. Congress should look into this shit. It's a horrible, horrible, horrible aspect of education. It's torture. It's one thing you have a little special ed class in your mainstream school. They have special schools, and it's just full of psychopaths. And you might be somewhat normal when you go there. By the time you leave, I don't care if it's 1 semester or 2 years, you're going to be crazy as fuck by the time you leave. You're going to be dumb and crazy. I totally inherited that mentality. I was brainwashed into it thinking like a handicapped person. I'm dumb. I can't do it. I need help. Read me the menu because I can't read. Do this math because I can't do math. Think for me because I can't think. I'm just stupid. I'm stupid. I'm stupid. I can't tell you how I thought like this all the way into my 30s. And I started to fight against it. Started to educate myself. Started to do things that wise people do. I traveled. Travel will make you wise. I've traveled the world extensively. We're around the entire world several times. Been to Africa a couple times, Europe, you name it. I've been there. That's how I started spending my money. I watched motherfuckers buy cars and buy all kinds of shit with their fucking money because I was from the streets too. Not me. I take my money and go to Egypt. Take my money and go to Amsterdam. And I got past that stupid label that I adopted, that I put on myself, and the need to also. Let's go to the next one. Lies you tell yourself is, I'm weak. You tell yourself that you're weak. A lot of people think that they're weaker than they are. Most people think they're weaker than they are, and that's why you go to a trainer. A trainer will help you, a personal trainer in the gym, will help you find that strength. That's why they're yelling at you all the time. Come on, one more, one more. I was working with a trainer just last week. He kicked my ass. Real good guy. I love the guy. He's great. We were doing an arm workout together, and I found myself doing 5 and 6 more reps when I thought I was done. I was ready to give up and just and collapse. And he's able to help, not inspire or motivate, because you do that to yourself. Help to induce that extra strength that I already had in me. We're all stronger than we think. Something about being in society makes us soft and weak. I don't know what it is, but we very easily can become soft and weak collectively. Individually, we realize that we're strong. They say there's strength in numbers, and maybe there is when you're on a fucking cell block and you're getting ready to go to war against your enemy, or you're out in the streets, and maybe there is strength in numbers. But when it comes to personal strength, individuality is where it's at. You got to get rid of that herd mentality. People turn into pack animals when they're in a herd. We're wolves. Lions. Let's go to the last one. There's lies that you tell yourself is, I'm alone. We have The Lonely Guy, the funny Steve Martin movie, The Lonely Guy. This is a persona that many of us have adopted. I know I went through extreme bouts of loneliness a few years back, maybe a little more than a few years. I got on top of it. You can get on top of your loneliness. You can get rid of it. And it doesn't mean that you surround yourself with people. On the outside, nothing in your life might change. You don't have a girl now, you might not have a girl next year. Does that mean you're lonely next year? Are you going to be lonely as long as you're single? I'll tell you this. You will never understand what it's like to truly acknowledge another's presence, to really be with somebody in a room and to really enjoy that. You'll never understand what that means, that connection with another person, until you can enjoy a connection with yourself and be alone. You'll always be lonely until you can learn to get over that and to embrace being by yourself, not having validation, going long periods of time without people telling you, attaboy, you're really cool, good job. You don't need any of that. Nobody tells me any of this stuff. I tell it to myself. I don't need others. And that doesn't mean I don't want others. See, this is the difference. This is the thing. I may want you, but I don't need you. I don't need anyone. I could walk off into the hills, you never see me again. I could survive. I know how to do survival stuff. I've taken survival training. Could easily do that. So I don't need you. I don't need anyone. I want you. That's a big difference. You're not alone. I'll end it with Martin Luther King. That's one of my favorite speeches of his. I'm never alone. That's where he starts saying, he goes into this, I'm never alone, never alone, you're never alone. It's just something to think about, food for thought. Thanks for watching.